Hey, what's up, rock stars? It's Rox with a little bit of talk about what's at the top of the blogs. Did you guys watch my Super Bowl review? I already posted it, so make sure you go check that out. It will not be in this one. Okay? Just making sure you knew that. Anyway, with no more further ado, let's get to it, shall we? I say I'm gonna take some time off, y'all. All the cashiers, they was like, somebody stole her truck. It was like you could hear it all throughout the store. This Rox coming to you today with a review for Love and Marriage Detroit, Love and Marriage Huntsville, our book 4, Real Housewives of Atlanta. Let's get to it, shall we? This is only going to be one part. You guys will be happy to hear that we are not going to be doing politics today. I'm just over it. My politics videos are starting to not even perform well. I am going to take politics out of my top of the blogs videos. I am going to bring back Let's Talk About It. So for people that want to just watch about politics or, you know, more serious topics, we'll put in the Let's Talk About It. And we're going to keep top of the blogs for our fun, you know, or gossipy entertainment kind of shit. But I can't keep doing politics because you guys don't even want to see the shit no more. So it's fine. And most of the stories today kind of almost like quickies. First story up, you guys, this drama with Nikki Baby, LiAngelo, and this new chick, Rashida Nicole. Okay, so we found out that Nikki Baby was involved with the LiAngelo boy back when she got pregnant with the first one. I didn't know that they were a couple until she turned up pregnant. And when I saw that, I just was like, oh, this is interesting. I knew that I didn't know how old he was and how old she was, but I did know that she was older than him. And it just was real random that these two ended up together. But for some reason, I was like, this ain't gonna end well. This ain't gonna end well. I had no reason to think that. I don't know this LiAngelo boy. You know, I know the family that he comes from and his brothers and his dad and all that. But other than that, I just was like, this don't seem like this is gonna end well. You know, and she was so in love and so happy. And I was like, girl, you finally done got you one that you had a baby with. Okay. At least get you a couple of dollars in there. Is the LiAngelo boy still playing basketball? He was playing like on a D League or something like that, wasn't he? Don't quote me. Anyway, last year, the end of the year, we found out that they had a second baby together, and I was like, oh, well, looks like these two are working it out. Okay, starting a for real family here. I was happy for him. I was like, well, maybe I was wrong. Okay, like I said, I didn't have no reason to think that. I just had a feeling. Well, child, not even 2 months later, honey, Nikki Baby had put on social media that she had not seen LiAngelo in some time. I guess they call him Jello or something like that. But she was saying that she hadn't seen him, that he had abandoned the family, basically. And that he hadn't seen his babies or anything, that she was in the middle of, I mean, she had literally just had the baby a couple of months ago. She's postpartum, you know, she's breastfeeding, can't quite get the hang of that shit, you know, and you guys know how it is when you first have a baby and then you have another baby that's young, you know, shit is a little out of control, you know. So she was like, yeah, he left us, left the family. And then she said that she had heard that he had gotten somebody pregnant. Now, she didn't put any names in there from what I understand, from what I remember. I called myself ignoring a call and actually answered it. So I'm sorry, you guys. But anyway, getting back to it. So she hadn't said no names or anything. And so, but when I read that, I was just like, well, my own intuition was correct. Okay. And those two had, from what I guess LiAngelo had decided, they had broke up, but Nikki hadn't gotten the official word. Next thing we know, this Rashida Nicole girl started surfacing. You know, I'm just upset because, you know, people starting to say, you know, my name and all that. So I said, oh, the internet sleuths and got to it and figured out who he was now seeing. Okay. So even though Nikki never said the girl's name, now this Rashida girl gets out there looking like the biggest pick me. Okay. Because girl, you could have stayed out of this whole thing and let Nikki and LiAngelo handle it. All right. Because we all know that it's the nigga that is in the committed relationship and not Rashida. So Nikki's problem mostly, now we gonna be mad at the bitch too, but mostly she needs to have a problem with this man first, okay? But Rashida's whole feeling was like, well, they was never married. There, and it was just sort of like, so is this the bar that we set when we decide that we want to be with somebody? Okay. They might be in a relationship, but they're not married. So that means that they open. This man just had 2 fucking kids. They all under 3. And you mean to tell me that you thought it was a good idea to get involved with this man while he was still in a relationship with another woman? Like, that's like, you know, if he was gonna do that, he could have did it anyway, not involved you, broke off the tie with his woman, and then came on and got with you. But instead, he half out the Nikki's house, half in your house, 1 foot in your door, halfway out her door, and it's just so messy. It's so messy. And you know, the more that girl talks, the more I just shake my head and I just be like, boy, it be bitches like you. It's just bitches like you. Okay. Yeah, we got to cuss the nigga out and everything, but we also got to get in it with you. She's all, she don't never have her kids. She says nigga, you know, she's a racer. Girl, we none of that is the discussion right now. The discussion is how you with this woman's man. Okay, and that you thought it was okay. I mean, he told you it was okay, so you thought that it was okay. That's why you should have just stayed out of it. But she in it, getting her few minutes of screen time. Everybody is in it, but it's a bad look to me, you know. Now I don't know if Nikki is racist or she say nigga or whatever, you know. I don't, none of that I don't even really care about right now. I mean, Nikki, baby, you know what she is, you know, like, you know, if anybody did you guys see the video that she made when she was asking people to help her with lactation? If anybody out there, you know, has any information about breastfeeding, because I still haven't been able to latch on, you know, and I went to a lactation specialist and everything. I haven't did Nikki Baby in so long, you know, and they wasn't able. I don't know if it's because of my implants or what, but I was like, Nikki, you gonna be fine, okay? Because you know why? You got 2 babies by this man. Okay, hit him with the child support, girl. Sometimes you gotta do it. Just hit him with the child support. All right. And nigga start playing like he got some sense once it start attacking that bank account. But yeah, I have more problems with the Rashida girl because it don't be necessary. If you was gonna be with the man, you could have been with the man quiet. Let him get his shit straight. If he wanna be with you, let him figure that other shit out first and then come to you. Why would you embroil yourself in this kind of, I be telling Jada all the time, like I don't like that. Stop, don't be messy. Okay? Life can be messy, but don't contribute to the mess. You know, I would be so upset if that was Jada that was in that situation, because no, not cute. Not cute at all. Okay. So yeah, but y'all let me know what y'all think about that. I mean, whose side y'all on? Y'all on Nikki's side, y'all on Jello's side? Y'all understand what the girl was saying when she said they wasn't married, so he was free? I mean, are we considering people that we are a boyfriend? Excuse me, boyfriend. Didn't them 2 get engaged? So the plan was to get married, even though it probably wasn't gonna happen. But the plan was to get engaged, you know, so they were moving forward in that way. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about that. Let's move on to the next story. Child, talking about all these beefs and shit. Now, what is going on with Cash Doll and all the rest of the doll? Cuban doll, Dream doll, Asian doll, and then some new chick named Ivorian doll. I don't even know who that is. But all these dolls, apparently, Cash Doll has had a problem with because she feels like, just how we got the YFN and the YNL and the, you know, all of these initials and shit. Well, we got dolls for the girls. A lot of the men did the YSL, YFN, NBA, you know, all of those. So Cash Doll said in an interview with Shannon Sharp that she had a problem with all the dolls that came after her. Okay. Well, she felt like her name wasn't exclusive anymore. So that's why she's dropping the doll off of her name. So I guess she's just going to be Cash. No. What is she going to be? She's changing her whole name. Okay. So that's why she's doing this last tour. This is supposed to be like the last Cash doll tour, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Well, Asian Doll and Cuban Doll took offense to the things that Cash Doll said in that interview because, well, from what I understand, they're saying that Asian Doll actually came out before Cash did. Okay. Apparently, Cash Doll used to be a stripper in Detroit. And then, became a rapper, underground, kind of like an underground rapper, but her star started shining and people started knowing who she is. But I think she was still technically considered an underground rapper for some time, or not necessarily underground, but hadn't really busted out yet. But people were starting to know who she was, and so, but she came out as a rapper somewhere around 2015, from what I understand from my research. This Asian doll girl, they say, had a song that came out like in 2014, a couple of years before that, but nobody knew who Asian Doll was either. Okay, so it's like nobody really knew who any of these people were until folks started, getting known. But Cash Doll was the one that was getting known first on a bigger scale than Asian and Cuban and all the rest. Now, I have known of Dream Doll for around that time too, because I remember when I was introduced to Dream Doll back when she was on Love and Hip Hop. And I feel like that might have been around 2018, 17, somewhere in there. But we had known about Dream Doll for a few years too before she came on Love and Hip Hop. But that's when I really got to know that girl. Well, and I like Dream Doll. I like her. I think that she's a good rapper. And I just like that she seems to be she's not really messy. She tries to stay out of the mess. She used to remember that damn rap that she did talking about. Who was she talking about when she said what did she say? He sucked her toes through the damn socks? Who was she talking about in that song? That's when we found out that she really was like a pretty skilled rapper. Who was she talking about? She was talking about some guy. I feel like it was a rapper as well. But anyway, and Cash has said that she doesn't have a problem with Dream Doll, but it's Asian and Cuban that really have been going back and forth with Cash Doll, and it's all over this whole doll situation. And I was just like, Cash girl, just let it go. You already said you don't want the name no more. Let them have it, But they was kicking up so much stuff, and they was talking, and then Cash was on this concert tour. So in her concert, she kind of is talking about them, and then she also posted, like as a joke, a picture of the baby and said like, "Oh, my baby is so tired. She must have got into a fight with the dolls." Okay. And so when she did that, Asian responded with a pregnancy test, a picture of a pregnancy test, saying that she's having her own little doll and her little dog gonna fight. So then, of course, now Cash Doll is offended that you said something about her daughter. I don't know if Asian really did say anything about her daughter. Asian was responding to her, and really Cash Doll was really the one that brought her daughter into this. But then when Asian responded, I was just like, Asian, you just fell right into her trap, because now you done said something, and now she is looking at you like you said something about her daughter, so she really gonna talk about you. So she goes back to her concert, and she's saying like she is going to do something to them next time she see them. And I was just like, I hope this don't get no bigger than it needs to be. First of all, you giving too much shine to these girls, Asian and Cuban. Okay, Cash, because I think that Cash is just amazing. Y'all know I love Cash Doll, right? I love her. I'm new to her music, but I ain't new to the look. And I've been loving looking at her clothes, her hair, just her whole look. I love it. I think she's a beautiful lady. So, but it's just like, Cash, I don't want you to be in this. I don't want you to be in these petty, ghetto, low vibrational type of arguments and stuff. Okay. But I think Cash is kind of flaring it because a part of her wants to like pop off, but then the other part of her, she knows that, you know, she's maturing and she's a mother now. She's trying not to be that person anymore. Okay, but you gonna let them girls drag you back into it, girl. Leave that shit alone. Drop it. Drop the whole doll thing. You're not gonna have a name no more. Let them have that name and let that be that. Okay, that's my opinion to Miss Cash Doll, as if she was listening for it or asked. But yeah, you guys let me know what you think about that. So did you guys know who Asian and Ivorian and Cuban, and did you know all these dolls? Hell, did you know who Cash Doll was? Okay, well yeah, they over there fighting. The dolls is fighting, you guys. Yeah. All right, you guys, let's move on to the next. All right, you guys, Kendrick Perkins. Boy, he sure tore his drawers the other night, didn't he? When he was on NBA Today, is that the name of the show? He was on NBA Today, and they were talking about the trade that they had for Jimmy Butler. You know, Jimmy Butler was traded to Golden State Warriors, I believe. And he was making a comparison, or he was trying to make some sort of comparison, and he was just like, yeah, they thought that they was getting a Beyonce or a Taylor Swift. Okay, I guess he's talking about the talent that these players have. They thought that they was getting that, but instead they ended up with a Nicki Minaj. And I was just like, this analogy doesn't even make sense, because Nicki Minaj is on the same level as Beyonce and Taylor Swift. I'm talking about the star power, the attraction of Beyonce is it might not be the same. Nicki's might not be the same as Beyonce's and Taylor's, but Nicki's is very high up there as well. Okay, and Nikki just came off a super successful tour, a couple of tours. You know, she extended the tour and all that. You're not gonna play and say shit like this when it don't even make sense. And it was like, you talking about this woman that ain't got shit to do with nothing. Like, why you even bring her up? I was like, oh, the Barb's about to get you. So of course they did. To the point where he had to apologize and was just like, shit, I wish I knew that the Barb's was a thing before I said that. I said, I bet you wish you did. Why would you even use those ladies in a comparison anyway? Can you talk about other basketball players? This isn't, there's an idea. This is NBA Today. Why you even bring up Nikki? So yeah, I was actually pleased to see the way they tore his ass apart, because you was rude saying that, and you thought you was being cute, and it was just rude. Okay. So yeah, Kendrick Perkins, he did apologize and say that hey, he didn't mean nothing by it. He was just trying to say something a little cute. Yeah, be cute somewhere else. Okay, use somebody else's name. Stop playing on Nikki. Next story. See, don't these stories all feel like quickies? Next story. Child, I don't know what is going on. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is still on. And I guess Bambi and Scrappy and Erica and E-Money has still been going back and forth on that show. I guess Bambi, somebody mentioned on the show that Bambi needed to be apologizing to Erica. Now, these two have been in a fight for so long. I don't know what the apology would be for, what the demand for an apology was in this case. I think maybe it was when Bambi had mentioned that Erica, the police or CPS or a combination of the two, they had came out to the house because E-Money was having some issues with Erica and all of that. Okay. And remember, it turned out that I think when CPS came, they found that Erica didn't have it. There were no problems there, and they closed the case. But Bambi was making it seem like Erica was over there wilding out on the kids, either beating their ass or being abusive emotionally or whatever, not taking care of them the way that she should. So I guess that's what they're saying when they're saying that she needs to apologize. And Bambi was like, I'm not apologizing nothing. Next thing I know, here go young Merlot. Oh, no, you know, she ain't got to say nothing, a motherfucking thing to nobody. Okay, she ain't got to. I was just like, oh God, y'all done pulled Scrappy out the woodwork. Okay, every time we get that nigga settled down somewhere, then here he come resurfacing again. Then it was the daughter. You know, she don't have to apologize. I ain't thinking nothing about her. I am away at college. I'm at school. I'm living my life. And I was just like, okay, so then why are we on social media? Why do we all have to hear about the family fight? Why do we all have to hear about the family feud? I guess because they're on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. But I'm just like Bambi. Girl, why? I mean, but I guess they getting paid from the show. Ain't nobody else got shit else going on. So they got to be on the show because Bambi, as much as I really do like Bambi, like, I don't think that she's a good rapper. Okay. Like, girl, we not trying to hear your music. Okay. So I don't know what else Bambi does. I mean, I know she had the build to be a model, but I know she had like a hairline. I don't know how that is doing now. And I think she even had a clothing line or something small that she was trying to do. Same with Erica. Like, everybody was doing something that didn't really pan out. So, you know, I'm sure that they not really trying to give up that Love and Hip Hop check. But it's just sort of like, oh, I'm just tired, child. They just tiring. Okay. Bambi got a new man, girl. Go be with your man. Scrappy, you know, he rotates him out. You know, he gonna end up back with Erica at some point. You know, that's my best friend. You know, that's my baby mama. My baby mama, she my best friend. Okay, Scrappy. So yeah, that's what's happening with them over there. I'm over it though. I am over it, you guys. But I guess you got to keep the storyline going. Keep the excitement going. Y'all, I got to get back in this office. Next story. Hell, while we talking about people that come out the woodwork, we might as well also mention that Tamar, I don't know what she was making a video about, what she was discussing, but at some point in the video that was on social media, you know, for all of her followers, she had to start talking about the fact that Old Lady Gang's food was nasty. And whether or not Old Lady Gang's food is nasty to you is not the point here. The point is, why do you keep bringing up the shit with Candy? We know you guys don't get along. Why don't you just keep her name out your mouth? Okay? Candy don't talk about Tamar. So Tamar needs to not talk about Candy or OLG, which is an extension of Candy. You know, I've been to OLG and their food ain't nothing where I'm like, oh, it was so good, I need to go back. But it wasn't like, oh, this is nasty either. I was able to finish my food. I had chicken and waffles, and I was perfectly fine with the fried chicken and waffles. Actually, the chicken was good. Okay. But my friend Rashawn that came with me, she had like macaroni and cheese and greens. Like, I was able to taste the food and like everything was fine. I mean, it's comparable to any other soul food restaurant out here in Atlanta. So it's not like we would put her at the bottom of the list. But I know that it's a thing where everybody likes to say it because it's Candy and all that, and people have their haterish ways. But the restaurant would not still be going. People would not still be going there if it was just that bad. She has more than one location. The one that's over by my house, there's always people there, you know? So it's just sort of like, why is this something that you need to keep doing? It's like, it feels like she'd be like, okay, ain't nobody talking about me. The other day she had to give her congratulations to Beyonce. Okay, do a whole full post about it. I was just like, okay, I mean, it was unnecessary, but it was like, okay, you know, she is a Beyonce fan. She should be able to support her girl like all the rest of us do. Okay, that's fine. But I guess that didn't get her enough attention. So now here we go with this shit with the OLG. And I was just like, ooh, that Tamar child, she is a mess. A mess. Who is she? Is she still with the white boy? Y'all will have to let me know. Moving on. Did you guys see that Chloe and Burna Boy look like they're trying to make a go of things? Okay, that they exchanged watches, that they were together, the cameras was on them, that they was out at the pool and we heard her say, love you. And I was like, love you? I mean, it wasn't I love you. You know, love you is a little bit more casual, but it still was love you. And I was like, is it moving on to there? I mean, if it is, I'm good with it. But I was just like, Chloe, be careful. These niggas out here will show test you. Okay. And she seems to be quite innocent and quite naive sometimes. And so I'm just like, we just gonna see how this pans out. But so far, I'm loving it. I love the union. I hope that it really does work. But it feels like we was just seeing him with somebody else not too long ago. So I was just like, girl, Maybe pull back some of these love yous. Okay. Let's just be like, yeah, he cool for now till we know exactly what his intentions are. But you know how they used to say that my mom used to always say, this is probably terrible, but my mom used to always say that the man should love you more than the man should want you more when you first get together with somebody. They need to want you more than you want them. Okay. And I didn't understand that when I was younger, but as I get older, I'm just like, yeah, that's pretty much true. And then when I look at them, she looked like she just got the damn heart eyes in her eyes. It's just like, girl, protect your heart, 3 stacks. Shit can get dicey. But they cute. What y'all think? Y'all think they about to really be a for real couple? Y'all let me know. Lastly, where the fuck is P Valley? All right, you guys, that is it. I'm going to get on off of here, get this edited, and up to you guys. We do this every single week. So make sure you thumbs up the video, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you come back.